In the sunny suburbs of Perth, Australia, no one could imagine the sinister events that would unfold and forever change their community. It was here that 16-year-old Stacey Mitchell came to stay with two new friends she had just met only days before. By all accounts, Stacey was a bright and lively girl, beloved by everyone, especially her family. No one knew that conflict would soon arise in the household that would have unsettling consequences. Hi guys, and welcome back to Crimeco, where we break down some of the most gruesome true crime cases from all around the world, giving you the most detailed and updated information. If that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to subscribe and don't forget to give this video a like. You hitting that like button really goes a long way to support our channel, so we appreciate when you just do that. Now grab a blanket to hide under, grab a drink, and let's dive into this fascinating case. Over the next few days that followed, jealousy and anger grew where there should have been just love and compassion. One December night, the tranquility of the suburb was shattered by a horrific act that defied explanation. When Stacey was discovered harmed and abandoned, it left her loved ones and the community in a state of grief and disbelief. What could have led to such a horrific crime, ending the life of someone so young and full of promise? In the aftermath, people struggled to make sense of it. But as the details emerged, a portrayal of obsession, instability, and forceful behavior began to form. The peaceful suburb of Atwell lies 20 kilometers south of Perth, the capital city of Western Australia. With its sunny weather and laid-back city life, Atwell seems like an unlikely setting for such a disturbing crime. The suburb was developed in the 1970s into a quintessential residential area with single-family homes, parks, and amenities that made it an ideal place to raise a family. The community prides itself in the friendly, welcoming vibe. Neighbors looked out for one another, kids played freely, and the streets were really safe. It was here that the Mitchell family chose to settle down when they migrated from England a decade ago, attracted by the area's serenity and tight-knit community. Stacey Mitchell grew up climbing trees in the Atwells Park and attended the local schools. She and her siblings made friends with the other carefree children in this peaceful suburb. By all accounts, the Mitchells were a happy family and were really liked by the community. Stacey's parents doted on their bright and lively daughter, whose teachers remarked on her friendliness and enthusiasm. No one could have imagined this friendly community would become the backdrop for the shocking passing of one of its most beloved youths. She was known for her bright spirit that lifted up any room she entered. Born in England in 1990, Stacey immigrated to Australia with her family as a young girl, growing up in the Perth suburb of Atwell. By all accounts, Stacey was a happy and outgoing child who found close friendships easily. She delighted in sleepovers with classmates, learning dance moves to pop song and adventuring outdoors in the Perth sunshine. Her teachers appreciated her bubbly personality and the kindness she showed to others. At home, Stacey doted on her two younger sisters, often inventing games and activities just to make them laugh. She shared a playful sibling rivalry with her older brother, competing over household chores to gain their parents' praises. Stacey's parents, Andy and Melanie, were devoted to their kids. The family often spent weekends exploring Perth and its spectacular beaches. Stacey's dream vacation was a trip to America, which her parents promised they would take. In many ways, Stacey embodied the endless promise and optimism of youth. At just 16, her future appeared full with possibilities. She had so much more life to live, love to give, and dreams left unfulfilled. which makes the tragedy of her story all the more difficult to comprehend. This beloved girl had her entire life ahead of her, but in one horrific moment, all that promise was destroyed, leaving her family and community to grieve someone so vital and full of potential. Stacey Mitchell was born on June 17, 1990 in Dorset, England, to parents Andy and Melanie Mitchell. She was the couple's second child with an older brother named Ryan and two younger sisters, Lauren and Amy. When Stacey was 10 years old, her family decided to immigrate to Australia for a better life, settling in Perth. By all accounts, Stacey transitioned well into her new home, making friends easily with her outgoing personality. She attended Atwood Primary School, where teachers remarked on what a delight she was, always smiling, eager to help others, and displaying a vibrant creativity. As a kid, Stacey loved to draw, sing, and play make-believe games with her siblings and friends. When she entered high school at Melville Senior High, Stacey became interested in dance and took lessons in hip-hop and jazz. She would spend hours in her room perfecting the latest dance moves with her girlfriends. Stacey also discovered a passion for photography during these years. At home, Stacey was known for her thoughtfulness. She always helped her mom cook dinner and made sure her younger sisters completed their homework. She had a close bond with her brother Ryan, who, being 2 years older, was also very protective of his little sister. By all accounts, Stacey's childhood in Australia was a happy and stable one, surrounded by her loving family and many friends. Her parents encouraged her creativity and ambitions, wanting her to have every opportunity life could offer, which makes the circumstances of her passing even more tragic. At just 16 years old, Stacey's future was so bright. She dreamed of traveling the world, having a career in dance or photography, and eventually starting a family of her own. But these dreams were never given the chance to materialize before Stacey's life was cut short. In early December 2006, after an argument with her parents, 16-year-old Stacey Mitchell ran away from home. This led to a missing persons report being filed on December 13 by her worried family. During this time, Stacey went to stay with two women she had recently met, 19-year-old Jessica Stasnowski and 18-year-old Valerie Parashamti. The couple lived in a house in Lat Lane, an inner suburb of Perth, along with a roommate named David Haynes. By all accounts, Stacey felt comfortable with Jessica and Valerie in the beginning, but tensions soon mounted in the household. Jessica became jealous and paranoid and accused her partner Valerie of flirting with Stacey. In reality, Stacey was just an innocent 16-year-old enjoying the freedom of being on her own. But Jessica's accusations escalated, stoked by her roommate David. On December 17th, David falsely claimed that Stacey had been saying disturbing things about his friends. This seemed to be the final spark that ignited Jessica and Valerie's deadly plot. On the night of December 18th, 2006, Jessica and Valerie put their rotten plan into action, while their roommate David retreated into his room. Under the pretense of having drinks together, they lured Stacey into the kitchen. The incident abruptly disturbed the peace of the night, causing distress. Valerie repeatedly used a concrete block on Stacey, hitting her with it, resulting in screams and cries. Following this, Jessica also became involved, using a dog chain, which unfortunately caused harm to Stacey. Stacey found herself restrained on the floor, attempting to free herself but being unable to overpower two older women. For an extended period, the distressing incident persisted, resulting in Stacey enduring several injuries. Unfortunately, as time passed, Stacey's condition deteriorated, and the individuals involved did not show any kindness towards her. The assault ceased only when Stacey stopped resisting, and this was when she was unalived. In a disturbing turn of events, the individuals took pictures of Stacey's injured self, making inappropriate comments about her accent in a recorded video. Following this, they discarded her unalived self in a waste bin. It wasn't until December 22nd that the authorities found evidence of Stacy's presence concealed in a bin outside the Latlin house. Jessica and Valerie were arrested soon after, charged with her horrific demise. The investigators later pieced together the horrific details. Stacy had been ambushed in her temporary home by two women she thought were her friends. Their petty jealousy and unstable rage led them to unleash an unthinkable forceful act against someone who posed zero threat to them. For the detectives, the level of cruelty involved defied understanding. That two people could inflict such suffering on a helpless 16-year-old girl seemed incomprehensible. What could drive someone to commit such a dreadful act against an innocent life? These questions haunted the community. The horrific passing of Stacey Mitchell rattled the Perth community deeply. Her tragic story highlighted how evil can often hide behind the most benign facades. Jessica and Valerie initially seemed friendly to Stacy, but in the days leading up to her death, their jealousy and obsession festered, ultimately leading them to commit an unfathomable act of brutality. When their crime came to light, it raised many agonizing questions. What caused these two women to descend into such cruelty? Could these have been prevented if others spotted warning signs earlier? Most of all, people grieved the loss of Stacy's beautiful life. Hers was a vibrant spirit senselessly snuffed out. The pain of her loved ones was immense and unrelenting. Though the perpetrators faced justice, nothing could undo the damage done. Stacy's memory lives on as a reminder to cherish life's preciousness. Her tragic death shook awake a community to the importance of protecting the vulnerable, and it reaffirmed the need to nurture the goodness in humankind that can so easily be corrupted. There are still no easy answers for why evil exists or how disturbed acts can unfold even in the most peaceful places. But in honoring the victim like Stacy, we uphold the value of life and community. Perhaps from the ashes of tragedy, we can become more vigilant guardians of the goodness that connects us all. Before you leave, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. This way, you are ensured that every time we upload a new video, you're informed. We are grateful to have you as part of our community as we explore the captivating mysteries that continue to fascinate us all. Stay curious and vigilant, and remember, even closed books still hold untold pages waiting patiently for revelation. Thank you for joining us, and we eagerly anticipate seeing you in the next exploration. Until next time.